Friends, a few months back, the dailymail.com reported that flying 7 feet tall alien attackers were spotted in Peru. It further said they were terrorizing villagers, with local leaders even describing the armored and floating menaces as impervious to bullets. The locals said they were green goblins. Are these aliens from some other planet? Should we be worried about it? Ryan Graves, a former F-18 pilot for the US Navy, deposed a year back to the US Congress that he witnessed advanced flying objects demonstrating complex maneuvers. But when 3 former military officers described disturbing encounters with high-tech unexplained flying objects and claimed that the US government was secretly holding on to an extraterrestrial wreckage, would it not be time to take note of UFOs, unidentified flying objects, into notice? I'm sure the story for today will be interesting, involving, as it is, UFOs and a few tales that were spun across the world. Let's explore. The anticlimax, as it would be, of the examples cited, the Peruvian law enforcement claimed illegal gold mining, crime syndicates trying to keep the locals in their homes at bay, away from the cartels, illegal gold pits, and they were to blame for the so-called alien attacks. In the first case, whereas the Pentagon, the anticlimax, as it would be, of the example cited, the Peruvian law enforcement claimed illegal gold mining crime syndicates trying to keep the locals in their homes, away from the cartels' illegal gold pits, were to blame for the so-called alien attacks in the Peruvian case, whereas the Pentagon denied that they were holding onto any destroyed alien spacecraft. So both of them were rubbished. There are many more recorded events in history. Such sightings have been reported by individuals, pilots, military personnel, and even documented in government and military records. A video was recorded by US Navy pilots aboard the USS Nimitz off the coast of California. The video shows an object exhibiting unusual flight characteristics and has been acknowledged by the US Defense Department. It's considered one of the more credible and puzzling recent UFO sightings. Another UFO incident involved the crash of an unidentified object near Roswell, which is New Mexico. The US military initially stated it was a flying disc, but later said it was a weather balloon. Thousands of people reported seeing a series of lights in a triangular pattern over Phoenix, Arizona. And the US military again attributed the lights to flares, but many witnesses remain unconvinced. Over the course of several months, numerous people in Belgium reported seeing large triangular-shaped objects in the sky, attributing all of them to UFOs. The Belgian Air Force conducted investigations but could not provide a definitive explanation, So that ends there. Common to all the above cases is a lack of concrete evidence beyond personal testimonies. Though a few questions still remain. Are there UFOs? Are they aliens? Is there any extraterrestrial life out there? Why is it that only the US and the Western world report such cases? Is that the American people secretly enjoy clairvoyance accentuated by an over-dependence on technology? Interesting questions, again with no credible answers. UFOs are unidentified objects, and the hypotheses of extraterrestrial visitation are not one and the same. Though both generate great interest among scientists, whether they indeed represent something novel or mysterious can only be a subject of research and contemplation. Research apart, it must be said that nothing has been found that is conclusive enough as yet. While there have been many claims of UFO sightings, alleged encounters, and even some intriguing scientific findings, such as potentially habitable exoplanets, none of these pieces of evidence can conclusively prove the presence of aliens, though the search for extraterrestrial life will continue through various scientific efforts, including the study of microbial life in extreme environments and the analysis of radio signals from space for potential signs of intelligent communication. That's a matter of research. How does Hinduism see UFOs, extraterrestrial life? That will be interesting to answer, as it comprises a diversity of beliefs, interpretations, and viewpoints. There isn't a single unified perspective on the existence of aliens. There is nothing to prove. However, the Hindu philosophy acknowledges the vastness of the universe, and envisions multiple planes of existence beyond our own. Our Vedas, Puranas often describe various lokas or worlds inhabited by different beings, both divine and non-divine. Hinduism also proposes a consciousness that can be embodied in various forms, not limiting to human form. So it acknowledges that there are different forms available and in different places called lokas. This could suggest the potential for life forms on other planets if they possess consciousness. Further, it emphasizes the interconnectedness of all the life forms and the divine presence in all the life forms. There is a divine presence in all the life forms. That's what the Hinduism says. Such a view can extend to life forms beyond Earth, suggesting that any extraterrestrial life would also be interconnected within the larger cosmic order. Friends, whichever way aliens and extraterrestrial life is analyzed, the Western or the Hindu philosophical way, the claims lack scientific evidence and they cannot distinguish between actual events and imagined narratives. Without strong evidence for extraterrestrial contact, credible witnesses, verifiable physical evidence, and rigorous scientific investigation, they probably will remain as anecdotes. An aside, why do they appear only to cranks and weirdos? Why don't intelligent people report? That's something thing to ponder upon this weekend. With that, friends, I end this Saturday's episode with a promise to be back the next Saturday. And until then, thank you, Dhanyavad, and Namaskar.